Question 1. Write the following as numbers in the given table. We have different figures representing different units of a number. So we have to write them into the corresponding table, like tens below tens, ones below ones. So in first question, we have 3 tens, 3 pillars, and 1 ones. So writing corresponding values. In the tens, we have 2 tens. So that makes our first question. And in first question, we have hundreds, 0. Therefore, we write it as 0. In the B part, we have hundreds, 100. Tens, we have 1. Similarly, ones, we don't have any ones. So we write 0. Similarly, tens, we have 4 tens. So that makes our first question. Question 2. Write the following decimals in the place value table. So we have to represent all of them in the given table. We'll make a place value table. This is a place value table depicting various places. That is 1, tens, hundreds, followed with tens after left hand side to the point. So we have different values. We'll start writing from the tens. That is 4. Then we have 9 in ones position and 1 in tens position. Likewise, we'll do all of them. 0.3 to the tenths, that is 3 tenths, and 0 in ones. 6, 0, and 1 in tens positions. Similarly, 9 in tens position, 5, 0, and 2 in hundreds. So this is how we have to do this question. Now we have 7 tenths. We have to write following as decimals. 7 tenths is 7 over 10. So 0.7. Second is 2 tenths. That is 20. And means we have to add it with 1 tenths. That makes 20.9 because we have 9 tenths. In the C part, 14.6. It is easier one. 14.6. Simple. D part, 102 ones. So first we'll write 100 and then we have 1 ones, that is 100 plus 1. That would give us plus 2, therefore 102.0 because we have 2 ones, that is 2 into 1. Then is E part, 600.8. Simple. First we'll write 600 and plus 0.1. That gives us 600.1 and 0.8. Write each of the following as decimals. So 5/10 can be written as decimal because we have 1 0, so we'll place at first decimal place. So it becomes 0.5. Similarly with B, 3 is whole part, will not disturb it. 3 plus 0.7 gives you 3.7. Just count the number of zeros in the denominator part. Here we have 265 at whole part plus again 0.5. So it gives 265.1. 0, you may write it or you may not. It's your wish. Then D, 70 whole part plus 0.8 gives you 70.8. Now we have E. Again same procedure. 88/10. Only one circle in denominator part. Therefore 8.8 is the solution. F part, 4 plus 2/10. 2/10 is nothing but 0.5. So it gives you 4.2. Then G part, 3 could be written here as 2 plus 1. So we'll write it as 2 plus 1/2. We know 2/2 gives you 1. So 1 plus 0.5, half. It gives you 1.5 as your answer. Then H part, 2/5. We'll have to divide it. 2, 5, 0 point, to add some 0, 5 4 is 20. So it gives you remainder nothing. So it is 0.4. I part, 12/5 can be written as 10 plus 2/5. This would give you 2 plus we have calculated earlier for 2/5 is 0.4. So it means 2.4 is your answer. J part, 3 and 3/5. We'll write 3 whole part as it is and we'll calculate 3/5 in decimal terms. So divide it. It is proper fraction, so we'll have to use 0.56 to 30. So it is 3.6 when you add both the terms. That is 3 plus 0.6 gives you 3.6. Now the k part, 4 and half. It's simple. 4 plus 0.5, because half a fraction is equal to 0.5. So this is your question 4. Question 5. Write the following decimal as fractions. Reduce the fractions to lowest form. Alright, first we'll have to write them as fractions. So 0.6 can be written as 6 over 10. Now it is reducible by 2. 2 to the 6, 5 to the 10 to give you 3 over 5. Not further reducible. So that's your answer. Similarly for the B part, 25 over 10. 5 5s are 25, 5 2s are 10. So 5 over 2 is your answer. C part is simple. It is 10 over 10 or simply 1. D part, is 3.8. Writing it as, in cutting, 19 2s are 38, 5 2s are 10. Not further reducible. So 19 over 5. E part, 137 by 10. Not reducible. F part, 212 over 10 by 2. 2 ones are 2, 0, 2 6 are 12, 2 5s are 10 to give you 106 over 5. G part, 64 over 10. 2 3 is 6, this is a 4. 32 over 5 is your answer. Express the following as centimeter using decimals. So we'll have to convert them into centimeters. So we have to note one thing. To convert all of these, we have to remember 1 centimeter equals to 10 millimeters. That is a conversion factor. Or you can also write them in terms of centimeter. 1 mm would be equal to 1 over 10 centimeter. Unitary method. Taking 10 to the other side, it gets divided. So remember both these conversion factors. So first is, now it's very simple. Let's write it down. A equals to 2 mm. So 2 into 1 over 10, because 1 mm equals to 1 over 10. So 2 would be 2 into 1 over 10. That is 2 over 10. And B part, 30 mm. So 30 into 1 over 10. Now here 0 0 would get cancelled and we would be left with 3 mm. C, 116 by 10 gives you 11.6 millimeters. These would be millimeters. Correct them. This won't be centimeter because, alright, here it would be centimeters because we are converting it. Now 4 centimeter plus 2 mm. So we have to only convert 2 mm. So we'll 2 over 10. That would give you 4.5 because 2 by 10 is nothing but 0.5 or half. That is your D part. E 162 mm. Converting into centimeters, 162 over 10 gives you 16.2 centimeter. Don't forget to put decimal. Now the F part, 83 mm by 10 centimeters would be equal to 8.3 centimeters. Put point by counting the number of zeros in the denominator part. That's your question number 6. Between which two whole numbers on the number line are the given numbers lie? Which of these whole numbers is nearer to the number? So if we have a number line here, we have to depict decimals where they fall between two whole numbers. So 0.8 would fall between 0 and 1 clearly, and towards 0.1 because 0.5 is the midpoint. So anything greater than that would lie towards 1, anything smaller would towards 0. But in this case, 0.8 lies towards 1, so it is closer to 1. Similarly, we'll do rest of them. 5.1 lies between 5 and 6. So you can see 5.1, it would be closer to 5 because it is only 0.1 distance apart from 5. So lies between 5 and 6, and it is closer to 6. Sorry, 5. Now 2.6 lies closer to 3 and falls between 2 and 3. So closer to 3. 6.4 between 6 and 7, and it is closer to 6 because it is less than 0.5. E part 9.1 falls between 9 and 10 and is closer to 9. Now the last part 4.9, it lies between 4 and 5 and it is only 0.1 distance apart from 5, so it is closer to 5. Therefore, this completes our question number 7. Question 8. Show the following numbers on the number line. So we are given with 4 numbers, we have to represent them on a number line. So here we have a number line. 0.2 would be 0.1, 0.2. Here is A part 0.2, that is 0.2 A part. Second is 1.9. 1.9 would be only 0.1 distance apart from 2, so here it is point B. 1.1, closer to 1, as we did in the previous question. Here would be 1.1. 2.5 falls right between 2 and 3. Here is point 2.5. That is your question number 8. Write the decimal number represented by points given A, B, C, D on the number line. So we have to do reverse as we did in previous question. So A8, A is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 0.8, 0.8 units. We're not given with the units, so we are not writing units, but you have to always write units. That is centimeter, millimeter, or whatever given to you. Question second B is 1.3 and C is 2.2, 0.2 units apart from 2, and D is 0.1 units short to reach 3, so it would be 2.9. So that makes your question number 9. Question 10 is the last question. Length of Ramesh notebook is 9 cm and 5 mm. What will be in centimeters? So you have to convert both the questions into centimeters. Second is gram plant 65. So first, again remember the concept. 10 mm equal to 1 centimeter and 1 mm equal to 1/10 centimeters. So using both facts, 9 centimeter, 5 mm. We will not disturb 9 because it is already converted. So 5 mm would be 5/10. That is nothing but 0.2, 0.5. So it is 9.5 centimeters. Here you have to write units. So length of young plant is given 65 mm. We convert it and multiply it with 1/10 factor to represent it in terms of centimeters. 65 into 1/10 centimeters. So 65/10 is nothing but 6.5 because only 1 0 is there in denominator. So that is your question number 10th B part. That's how you have to do all the questions.